Personal story segment tonight. Congressman Ron Paul recently told Megyn Kelly he's being ignored by the media. Since Miss Kelly is part of the media, that was a pretty interesting statement. When we heard it, though, we immediately invited Ron Paul on the factor we don't want anybody to be ignored. So far, he has not accepted our very kind invitation. Gallup released a poll today that's very good news for Governor Rick Perry. He leads the Republican field with 29% among those Americans likely to vote Republican. Mitt Romney, second, 17. Mr. Paul, third, 13. Michelle Bachmann, who has lost some steam, she is now at 10%. You're now to analyze a purveyor of DickMorris.com, Mr. Moore. All right. Ron Paul, he's whining to Megyn, ignore me, and then we invite him on, he doesn't show up.
Well, he won't face you because he doesn't want to face questioning.
He wants to give a speech, right?
He's fine when he gives a speech.
Right.
But then you probe him and you say, are you saying that Iran will not develop the bomb, and that if they do, they're not going to use it against Israel, and if they do, it's okay with you? Then you say the gold standard. Are you literally saying that the United States of America's economy should only be allowed to grow as much as the gold can be extracted from the earth? And if there's no gold discovered, our economy has to stay small? You ask him about drug lords. Are you seriously saying that we should not be fighting drugs in the United States but should legalize it all?
No, he would say yes to the legalization.
He would say yes to all three of those.
No, I don't think he would say yes on the gold standard because that's impossible. So if he did that...
No, he's for the gold standard.
But it's not as clear-cut as that. He just wants it to back up the currency.
But you can't print more currency unless more gold is mined. And ultimately, it means your whole economic expansion is hostage to how much a South African gold mine produces.
All right.
That's why
from the very beginning, and we had Ron Paul on this program, I have said to Mr. Paul's face that some of his positions are insane. That you can't be an isolated nation the way he wants to be, that bad guys will come and get us unless we get them first.
Right.
We all know this, except Ron Paul doesn't. But there is a strain of people there who love him. And that's what shows up in the 13 or 14% that he gets.
Those people that love him better love Obama, because if he ever gets the nomination, they can have him for 4 more years.
Right. Against all but Perry. I believe that Mitt Romney is much... See, this poll is a little deceiving on the Romney front because Romney's strength is not with the traditional Republican Party. Right. It's with independent Americans.
Right. You have to look at any of these polls to see how many independents they're putting in the sample. If it's just Republicans, it's one result. If they're putting in independents, it's another.
Right. And that people have to understand, when you see a poll, you got to be very skeptical about the poll, because certain constituencies, conservative Republicans are not big Mitt Romney supporters. Right. But once you get over into the independent ranks, and that is a very, very big constituency now.
And remember,
then he does much better.
With no Democratic primary, most of these states permit independents to vote in either.
Yes.
So nobody's going to be absorbed into the Democratic primary.
No,
they're all going to come into the Republican primary.
So those are the polls you have to... And that's our job here to define it for.
Romney
Go ahead, wrap it up.
defeats Obama by 10 points in Florida in the most recent poll, the Magellan poll. And that is just an astonishing, astonishing lead. I think it's fair to say right now that Romney or Perry would defeat Obama. Bachmann would have a tougher time, but could. And you don't know about Christie.
So you're giving me Herman Cain, then? You're giving me Herman Cain. Sorry. Are you giving me that?
No, right now Herman Cain would not defeat Obama.
And we like Herman Cain. This isn't a slam at these men.
He's a good guy, but you know what he has to do? He has to learn to take his charisma from the stump and bring it into a debate. And so far he hasn't been able to do that. His debate performance is a milquetoast. On the stump, he's fantastic.
This poll is a little deceiving on the Paul front. This poll is a little deceiving on the Paul front.
You ask him about drug lords. Are you seriously saying that we should not be fighting drugs in the United States but should legalize it all?
Isn't it, we don't have enough laws against drugs? I mean,
we should drug test every high school student. We should drug test everybody that gets a student loan.